I was thinking on the way home from fishing the other day, some catches are going to be trophies no matter what. Say that double-digit largemouth, or a 30-inch brown trout, or a 50-inch muskie. Those kinds of fish are all trophies by just about anyone's standards. One of the coolest things about non-competitive fishing, though, is the fact that angling is a relative experience for each person. What I mean is, what's considered a trophy fish can vary from person to person, state to state, fishery to fishery, even opportunity to opportunity. For example, a trophy for a pro bass angler fishing on his private stocked and maintained lake in Florida with Florida strained bass and live scope, well, that's going to be different from 12-year-old fishing in an urban pond in Indiana. Growing up where I really got into fishing, a 5-pound smallmouth was a giant. But maybe there are a dime a dozen up north. Maybe one angler has the money to hire a guide for 3 days on vacation. His trophy potential is way different from the young dad of 3 that only has 2 hours to fish after work on Friday evening. There's a lot of good things about the internet. Information at our fingertips, unprecedented connectivity and networking. But with that comes some bad. We've all been trolled, probably been the troll at times. So one of the negative side effects of social media and internet is an unrealistic false expectation for anglers, especially young or new anglers. Just like a young lady might develop a low self-image because she constantly compares herself to airbrushed, photoshopped models, a young or new angler might be tempted to compare themselves to other fishermen, especially the popular pros and YouTube creators, people who are usually in a totally different context and level. Factors like age, experience, resources, environment, technology, education, time, availability, fishing opportunity all play a huge role in your fishing success or lack thereof. So here's my point, especially if you're new to the sport. Don't scroll FishBrain or Instagram with that unhealthy perspective. Definitely don't troll someone else's PB for being an average fish. On the other hand, learn to appreciate other anglers' trophies for what they are, without feeling like a pathetic loser yourself. It's all about context. And don't forget, the way people typically portray themselves as on the internet and social media, it's usually not reality, sometimes not even close. A sponsor-patched fishing jersey and a shiny bass boat may be impressive, but some of the best fishermen I've ever known are backwoods rednecks that still have flip phones and wade fish ditches and flip-flops, casting hula poppers. Every outing, every adventure, you should identify your potential trophy. What's reasonable for that body of water? What species are you looking for? What size? Or the numbers if you're going for numbers? What resources do you need to maximize the opportunity for that fish? What's your plan B or plan C? How are you going to manage your time? Hopefully over time you're learning the fish, you're learning their life cycles, you're learning the water bodies that you fish. You're learning about what are they eating, things like that. And don't forget, it's fishing. Sometimes they just don't bite. On any given fishing trip, your ideal trophy might change dramatically. We've all been on the water when it took all our attention and focus just to catch one fish. And it's kind of like, so what if it was only an 11-inch largemouth? Maybe you fought near impossible conditions and worked that fish for 45 minutes. That's just the sport of fishing. So maybe next time, instead of dwelling on someone else's FishBrain PB that makes you drool and make you feel like a poor fisherman, focus on your next potential trophy. What's your trophy for today and for tomorrow? And what's it going to take to catch it? You'll find yourself a more satisfied angler when you do, and you'll learn a lot more when you don't. Tight lines, friends.